Yo, what's good? What's up? No, I'm not starting a video like that. Hi guys, how's it going? I'm Specimen, and this is my first deck guide in like over a year. I'm going to keep it short, sweet. If you're just here for gameplay, check the description, check me out on Twitch, all of that. Okay, Ciri. Whenever you lose a round, return this unit from the battlefield to your hand. You'd think this card is awful with the implementation of the hand limit, and also the fact she can get locked, destroyed, pretty damn easily, etc. We're playing Eredin to hopefully help keep her alive with shields. And then we've just got loads of cards that want to be removed, like Imlerith, like Ciri'S, like Kellutullis. So this is the centerpiece of the deck. Every ally turn on turn end, destroy the lowest unit on the side with the most units. This card also has the best voice lines in the game, I'm going to go out and say. So look out for those in the video. You've got renew. Mainly you're going to be renewing Kellutullis. But there's also situations where you want to renew Ciri, for instance, in round 2 if you win round 1. There's lots of different things you can do. The bronze package is pretty weak, but we focus on boosting cards like Wild Hunt Navigator. This card's kind of awful, and so Ciri'S in this deck. Ciri'S is really there for, again, hopefully baiting out some locks, opponents sinking in removal. You can eat your Arch Spores, which is okay, but it helps you just keep a lack of units on the board for Kellutullis. You could probably change these two cards to Pellas, honestly, in the current meta, so maybe have a play around with that. You've got Necrarats. You've got Feast for Blood is only, and Hideous Feast are organic cards which have a bit of synergy. Lots of boosts with Thunderbolts, Ale of Ancestors, Hideous Feasts, etc. So this deck is pretty coin flip dependent. If you go second, it really does help out a lot, because unfortunately if you go first with Kellutullis, you've got to play a couple of like artifacts really to get good value out of her round 1. So going second is definitely a big positive. Obviously, if you can win round 1, then you want to bleed round 2 with Kellutullis, with Imlerith, with Ciri'S, and also then hit him with a Ciri late on. Can work really, really well. There's also another tactic you can do that's pretty interesting, where in round 1, you Caranthea into Ciri. If you've got Thunderbolt Potion, Ale of Ancestors, Kellutullis on the board, it means you're getting tempo already. So even though this is only a 4 tempo play, you can use Thunderbolt Potions, Ale of Ancestors, Kelly, like I say, your order effects, to actually make quite a big tempo play. And then your opponent's in a really tough position, because with Ciri, they almost have to overtake you or pass and just give you the round, because otherwise they're going to go -2. So you do that, but then you've also got another Ciri to play straight afterwards. So it's quite interesting, quite difficult to explain. With my new 9 to 5, in fact it's 8 to 5 job, a little bit tired, can't really be bothered to go into too much detail. I'll keep it fresh. Watch the video, any questions, get in contact. It's not the best deck in the world, but it's a heck of a lot of fun. And yeah, if you want to see more decks, etc., please do subscribe, whatever, all of that, you know the score. Cool, much love, bye. I'm going to start off with a bleed, then I'm going to play Thunderbolt, and I'm actually just going to Caranthea Kelly, just because that gives me like a lot more wiggle room when you can Caranthea Kelly. It is pretty nice being able to do that. So Thunderbolt, if I was to Caranthea Kelly now, she'd just be down at 1 strength, and she wouldn't even destroy straight away because I'd have 2 units. So Thunderbolt into Kelly is nice with Caranthea, but that's also what going second allows you to do, right? So yeah, we'll Caranthea into Kelly now. We'll buff her up to 7. I mean, realistically, I probably should be playing something like Ciri'S first anyway, because it's just going to get locked. This is definitely a misplay on my part. This should have just been a Ciri'S, because this is going to get locked. And I don't have an unlock in hand. So that was pretty dumb, if we're being honest. Because we're playing its Nilfgaard, so it's going to get locked. So don't play like me. Put your Ciri'S down, put your Necrarach down, get rid of some removal, even put the Ice Troll down. Just don't do this against Nilfgaard. Maybe we get away with it. Obviously, if you've got a couple unlocks in your hands, maybe you could. But realistically, you want... Okay, we get away with it. Realistically, you want something to get locked anyway. What do I go for here? I think I'll just go for a Necrarach, right? Why not? Then we'll put the Ice Troll down. Like I say, maybe Ice Troll and Ciri'S. Maybe you just need to go for a couple of Pellas. Have an experiment round. I do really like the Mahakamaels though, because locks are like your biggest worry, really. And even if you don't use it for a lock, you can boost something to keep it alive, because cards like Kelly and cards like Ciri are super important to keep alive. Ciri dash Imlerith as well. So even when that's a bit of a problem, not a massive problem. Please kill the free. Please kill the neck grab. Please kill the neck grab. Please kill the neck grab. That's what you get for stealing my stuff, man. Probably should just parasite this realistically. You can always go for the double Kelly though, if you fancy it. Should we just go for the double Kelly here? I could go for a Kelly plus shield. I don't really need to though. This is Sabbath, which I probably just, or it could be dash, so I don't really want to use this at this point. Let's just put this down. Don't really fancy a 1-strength Kelly hitting the board, honestly. But you can see the value this card's getting me. It's pretty nuts, really. Yeah, and you can also see the appeal of the Ice Troll. Unfortunately, it's just not very good. So, I don't have the pass here. I do need to use one of these cards. We'll do this. You can see also why Slicer can help in certain situations. And also Archballs, if you do go over. A lot of the time what your opponent will do is try and counter Kelly, is start discarding cards. And then a lot of the times you'll just be discarding cards as well. But if you put an Archball down, you get the 4 points from it. And then also if it gets destroyed by Kelly, you get an extra 2. So, yeah, that's alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, let's just do this, right? Let's get kills this. So I'm not quite I'm not quite uneven. Did I even need to do that? I don't even know. I didn't do the maths on it. I think I did still. I think I had to do it still. This is really nice. This is also nice, but not as good as these. So this is also really nice. But I don't have Ciri. This is possibly Ciri Dash or Imler, which I don't want to kick. I mean, realistically, I'm just going to pass here. I don't have my Ciri. This is obviously a bit sad when you don't get your Ciri. But I'm expecting a ton of locks anyway against old matey. And I'm not really in a great position to try and bleed, because if I even put Ciri down, it probably just gets locked. This is obviously a shame that Kelly's at 1 strength, but I can always, I've got Renew for this other Kelly. So I don't want to see normal Ciri. These are some really, really nice draws. We'll kick the Archball, and we'll kick the normal Ciri. Okay, so I've got Ciri Dash, I've got Imlerith, I've got Renew, I've got a Kelly here. Pretty damn good. And then lots of unitless things. How to start off. I think I'm just going to start off with a Kelly plus shield here.
Take my word, you don't wish to anger me.
Just get that ticking, because he's played 2 units, right? Normally you start off with something like a Ale of Ancestors, just get that on the way. But since he played 2 units in 1 turn, I can just lead with Kelly. Again, you can see the beauty of if you win the first round. Going second in round 2 is also really nice, but going second in round 1 is really where it's at too. I mean, we'll just say Ale of Ancestors, we don't actually need to use my Eredin here. I'm pretty sure 7 strength is going to be safe. Again, it's not a unit, so nice synergy with Kelly. Keeping her alive too. Orcs comes down, oh sorry, Leo, not Orcs. I guess I may as well just unlock this straight away. Then again, I could play a Ciri Dash here. I think I get my Ciri Dash going. She probably gets locked too, but I'd rather unlock Kelly. I just want to sort of bait out an extra lock, I think. I'm not really expecting to get any dash value in this matchup anyway, just because of all the locks I'm expecting. We know he's got Orcs.
I shall do
at least. But he's also got Leo as well, so Ciri Dash is a Witcher. So there's no point really trying to play around that. Again, I unlock this, it probably just dies. Let's just unlock it, whatever, right? It's probably time. Then again. I mean, you can't Leo both of these. I guess that's one way of looking at it, right? He's got to pick one. So, there's that. If he even has Leo. We know he's got Orcs and Ciri'S, so I'm out of Ciri'S range. Don't have any more unlocks. Do need to get this bleed going. And I also need to get this Imrith going. This is one problem you will find with this deck, is there's lots of cards you want to put down early on in the round, but you end up sat on them. If you're wondering why I've got the bleeding card, it's mainly just because it's a good unitless card for 4 provisions.
Beast or man makes no difference to me.
That's interesting. So I'm pretty sure I just play shield here. I mean, you can Orcs one of them, right? Let's just shield and let's bleed, and then I'll put Sabbath down next turn. Don't really want to play too many units too early. So he locks Kelly. Okay, so now I'm just going to renew on my other Kelly here. This is the beauty of using Coranthia on Kelly, right? Which is a really nice factor. You just end up with so many of these. Did I forget to use that? Upsy daisy. I think I did. So I'm expecting Leo to come in here on my dash. Obviously, if I'm drawing an extra card as well, that's just increasing the value of my Kellutullis. So he doesn't actually have Leo then, or he doesn't realise that he can Leo me. Either or. So obviously you don't want really to be playing this card so late, but it is what it is. He's not killable, so we'll just buff that up, I guess. Draw a card. Archball, not very good, admittedly. And yeah, I've got the same amount of units as him at the moment, so I don't want to play a unit here. But as you can see, very, very nice. We were expecting a lot more locks. Maybe he has got Leo for like a double Kelly too. For a double. Maybe he didn't realise Ciri was a Witcher and he could kill her with Leo. Maybe. Oh no, he's got Calvate, not Emma. I'm talking rubbish. But you can see the beauty of the shields, all the buffs we've got as well. The thing is, like, the biggest weakness this deck has is tool removal, but most decks only run one tool removal card, right? So if you get the tool removal out round 1, they're really, really going to struggle to kill all these cards. We've got double unlocks. Like I say, I'm probably considering throwing in a Pella as well instead of this Ice Troll or Slizzard. Probably the Ice Troll. I do think one Slizzard's nice. I mean, one Ice Troll is not awful either, but it's not particularly good. So he has Zoltan's Scoundrel, which is a bit weird. He goes for the Lacerate. Does get rid of Kelly, but it's not going to matter, as you can see. It's just not going to matter. Not even slightly. Boom. I still remember the good old Ice Troll deck from beta. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too, me too. How's everyone doing? What's good? Should we throw a Pella in? Or should we keep the Ice Troll? That's the question. There's no real other cards I want in here. I like the Archboars. The Slicer does make sense. Maybe I do just try and put... I mean, if you ever... Let's just keep it, man. Actually, let's throw a Pella in. Sorry, Ice Troll. You should be better than you are. Unfortunately, you're just not very good.